Hello, one and all. I miss you guys. So, unahin muna natin yung guided exercises ng business combination part 2. Okay, so let's start with this one. I have prepared the formulas ahead of time. So, first problem is regarding the share for share exchanges wherein ang ibinayad ay ang ibinigay is equity interest. Okay, the first problem asks you, how many shares did Frown issue on the business combination? Ang problema is, hindi mo alam kung magkano yung consideration transferred. So, as you can see, sa ginawa natin is, we work back. Work back. Okay, kasi, given naman sa problem yung goodwill, which is 200,000, and then given din sa problem yung 4 million. Okay? So, although given yung par value and fair value ng share, however, hindi mo alam kung magkano yung binigay. So, kulang pa rin. Kaya, work back na lang tayo. You have goodwill, 200,000. So, work back mo lang. Susunod, you have 4 million, minus 4 million, baliktarin mo lang yung operation, okay, as a technique, you have 200, plus 4 million, you have 42, okay, wala naman tayong previously held equity interest, and walang NCI kasi, hindi binanggit, okay, hindi naman binanggit if portion lang yung binili niya or what, okay, so, ibig sabihin, yung total, siya na din yung consideration transferred, which is 42. Okay, 4,200,000. Ngayon, you can now compute for the issued share. So, how do you compute? 4,200,000, the consideration, okay, divided by 100, which is the fair value of the shares. Okay, ma'am, ba't hindi par? Okay, kasi ang tinatanong nga is, shares to be issued. We all know that consideration transfers computed at acquisition date fair values. Okay, so you use the fair value. Kaya 42 divided by 100, okay, the fair value of the shares, you get 42,000 shares to be issued. Okay, so ganun lang kadali yan. Problem 1. Okay, let's look for problem 2. Problem 2 tells you business combination achieved in stages. Okay, so anong maganda sa kanya? Naging subsidiary niya yung acquiree through continuous purchase ng interest. Okay, so yon. So, let's compute first kung sabi sa problem, 20% daw yung acquired niya nung many years ago. Tapos, on January 1, 20x1, nag-acquire ulit siya ng 40%. Ibig sabihin, ano ang kanyang bagong interest? You have 20 plus 40, newly acquired, you have 60. Okay, 60% na. Okay, so, we compute first for the consideration transferred. Okay, sabi niya, bumili siya ng 40%, 300,000. Okay, so, madali yun, given kasi. Okay, that's the fair value of the 40% na binili niya. Okay, so, next, we have NCI. Meron na tayong NCI kasi majority na siya ang may-ari, which is 60% na. So, 60% majority, magkano yung minority? Ay di 100 minus 60, ito yon 40%. Okay, the NCI. So, we compute, okay, 690,000 times 40%. That's the share of the NCI. Okay, ma'am, ano po yung 690? That's a fair value of net identifiable assets acquired. Okay, kasi sabi, ang NCI daw is measured at NCI's proportionate share. Okay, but di ba sabi natin meron two ways to compute for NCI. That's the fair value of the NCI or its proportionate share sa identifiable NCI at proportionate share. Okay, so ito yon. So, 690,000, okay, times 40% of the NCI, you get 276,000. Okay, next, previously held equity interest in the acquiree. Okay, so this is fair value. Okay, you are given the carrying amount and then the fair value. Which will you choose? The fair value, which is 138,000. Okay, total, you have 714,000. Okay? Then you deduct fair value of net identifiable assets acquired. You'll get 24,000 goodwill. Okay? Relax lang lagi sa pag-compute. Okay? Next, problem 3. Problem 3 naman is the business combination without transfer of consideration. Okay, so tawag din wala siyang binayad. Okay, pero nagkaroon ng business combination. So, paano mo masasabi? Paano mo malalaman kung magkano ang goodwill? Okay, ang hint lagi is if there's no consideration transfer, there's no goodwill. Okay? Hint lang 'yon kasi it's not always the case. Okay, parang tip lang. Papakiramdaman niyo lang. Okay, so kapag duda ka, compute ka lang. Okay, so sa problem natin, nag-acquire daw siya 100%. Ibig sabihin, buong-buo kanya. Okay, voting rights in SAGCO by contract alone. Okay, so contract to. So, sa contract, we look at the valuation of the NCI. Sabi, the NCI is usually yung proportionate share niya, ang hirap mag-explain, diba? Proportionate share niya ang ginagamit. Okay, so, ma'am, bakit nagkaroon ng NCI? Okay, so, kasi, sabi nga sa atin, when there's a business combination achieved without transferring consideration by contract alone, ano ang ating, mga asong tumaingay? Ano ang ating, tawag din valuation, anong ating gagawin? Sabi, di ba, by mere contract alone, the interest held by parties other than the acquirer attributed to NCI even if the result is that NCI represent 100% interest. Okay? So, yun yung tinitingnan natin. Kahit daw si NCI is, kumbaga 100% kay entity na, when it is done through contract alone, there will be, other than the acquirer, the rest is NCI, okay, even if 100% yung valuation niya. So, let's look at again the problem. So, sabi, ang identifiable assets of the fair value is at 1.8 million. Okay? So, ang kulit kasi ng pusa ko. Sleep na. Okay? 1.8 million. Okay? Times 100. Okay? 100% kasi in-acquire na lahat eh. Okay? So, hindi ibig sabihin may NCI siya. By standard alone, by contract alone, sabi, valuation ni NCI at its proportionate share, even if at 100%, so 1.8 million siya. And then, previously held equity interest, 0. So, we have total of 1.8. Then, the fair value of net identifiable assets acquired, you have 1.8. We have arrived at goodwill at 0. Okay? So, ganun lang. Ang haba ng explanation ko, no? Okay, well, just to reiterate. Okay? Next, problem 4. Problem 4 is about measurement period. Paano natin malalaman if the certain happening is part pa rin ba siya ng measurement period? Okay, di ba sabi natin, if at acquisition date or at the time the business combination is executed at hindi pa natin kompleto yung information regarding acquisition date fair values, okay, we may opt for provisional amounts, okay, para lang makumpleto yung recording niya. If the information is complete within the measurement period, okay, pwede nang gamitin yung adjusted. Okay, so, yun yan. Okay, so, sa problem 4, in-acquire daw yung all identifiable assets and liabilities of XYZ, okay? And information on acquisition date. So, meron tayong net identifiable assets na 1980, okay? And then, sa loob daw nito, merong provisional amount na 220 assigned for a machine. Okay, kasi hindi pa daw readily available yung fair value. Okay, so, dahil dyan, provisional amount muna. Okay? So, when we computed using provisional amounts, you have binili niya at 2 million, consideration transferred, walang NCI kasi lahat naman binili niya. Okay, wala din previously held equity interest kasi hindi naman achieving stages. Okay, so you have total of 2 million, then minus mo 1,980, which is the fair value of net identifiable assets provisional, you get a goodwill of 20,000. Okay, at acquisition date. Okay, now we look at after the acquisition date, may 2 transactions. On April 1, 20X1, nalaman na kung magkano talaga yung tunay na fair value ng machine. That is, at acquisition date, siya daw is at 140. Okay? So, at 140 siya. Ibig sabihin, napasobra yung provisional amount mo ng 220. Kaya, you need to recompute for the fair value of the net identifiable assets. How do we compute? You have 1,980,000, which is the provisional amount, minus mo na yung ipinasok mong 220 na provisional amount, okay, of the machine, then ipasok mo na or add mo na yung 140,000 na true fair value, you'll get the true amount na 19. Okay, no adjustment to be done sa consideration transferred kasi affected lang naman is the fair value of net identifiable assets. Okay, you'll get a goodwill of 100,000. Ma'am, wait, ba't hindi mo pinansin yung July 1, 20X2? Kasi guys, di ba sabi, you only recognize information that happened on acquisition date. Okay, acquisition date ng mismong business combination. Ano ba nangyari? The stock market crashed daw on July 1, 20X2. Nangyari ba siya nung November 2, 20X1? Di ba hindi? Nag-crash siya nung July 1, 20X2. So, hindi mo siya papansinin. Okay, kasi subsequent na siyang nangyari. Okay, so yon. Now we look at, kasi provide the adjusting entry eh. Okay, so we look at this one. You adjust the goodwill. Kasi 20,000 yung before, dagdagan mo siya ng magkano? The difference of 100 minus 20, dagdagan mo siya ng 80,000. Okay? So, yung machine naman, okay? So, bawasan mo siya ng 80,000. Okay? So, ma'am, bakit mo binawas sa 80? Kasi nga 220 yung valuation mo before. 140 lang dapat. Okay? So, tumaas yung goodwill niya. Yan. Okay? We also compute for accumulated depreciation adjustment. Bakit? Kasi, syempre, mali yung, hindi naman talaga mali. Provisional amount lang yung nilagay mo doon. So, ibig sabihin, nag-compute ka for depreciation. Kasi hindi mo pa alam yung fair value. So, ibig sabihin, sala din yung, provisional din yung depreciation na na-compute mo. So, wala kang magagawa doon kasi last year na nagawa, na-expense na siya yung depreciation expense. Pwede mo lang gawin is adjust siya as adjusting event, okay, kay retained earnings. Okay, parang prior period error na siyang mangyayari. Kay retained earnings na siya papasok. Okay, so how did we compute for that? The adjustment. So, malamang nung hindi mo pa alam na 140 siya, ang gamit mong computation is 220,000. Okay? That's a provisional amount. Dinivide mo siya ng 6 years kasi yun yung nasabi sa problem. Depreciated for over 6 years. And then, nangyari siya is November, na nagko-compute ka is acquisition date is on November 2. Okay, so that's November, December. 2 months siya. Okay? So, times 2, divide 12. You have a provisional depreciation at 61111. Okay? Ngayon, we need to know magkano ba talaga yung tunay yung depreciation, which is the 140,000, that's the true amount of the machine, divided by 4. Okay? Kasi yun sabi, remaining useful life niya daw is computed as 4 times 2, divide 12, you get a fair value depreciation of 5,833. Fair value depreciation. Yun yung talaga tunay yung depreciation. Okay? We now look at the adjustment. You 61111 minus 5833, you get 277.78. Pwede namang yun ang ilagay mo or pwede namang i-round off natin. So, yun yung adjustment, yung 2777 kasi super namang overstated yung depreciation by 207.77. Okay, so, bawasan mo yung accumulated depreciation ng 278. Okay, and then, dagdagan mo retained earnings mo ng 278 kasi nag-overstate ka ng isang contra asset account and expense. Okay, so ibig sabihin, understated ang iyong profit last year. Okay, so sa retained earnings na siya papasok. Okay, so I hope that's clear to you. Okay, next, problem 5. Problem 5 is with regards to which is part of the business combination. Okay, so you may review. Kung na-review mo to before the prelims, you may review again. Okay, sabi, merong 100% acquisition ng interest. Then, we have fair value of 600. Binili niya for 800,000. Okay? Then, the valuation of the consideration transferred sa 800,000 may kasamang dalawa. Okay, na pinag-iisipan ko sali o hindi. 30,000 daw is reimbursement for appraisal fees incurred by Star in valuing a patent. Kinutubang ka na. Kasi parang mukha siyang acquisition cost. Acquisition-related cost. Diba? Bakit kasama siya sa consideration transfer? Okay? Next, we have 50,000 fair value of a trade secret that Sky will grant Star after the business combination. The trade secret has a carrying amount of 40,000 in Sky's book. Bakit siya kasama dyan? Kasi trade secret siya, so para siyang para siyang goodwill. Okay? Para siyang goodwill na may pagkataon na i-grant pa lang ni Star siya, parang makukuha pa rin siya ni Sky. Okay, even if na-acquire na ni Sky si Star, even after longer periods of time. So, bakit siya kasama sa consideration transfer? Okay, so kinutubang ka na kasi according to our discussion regarding which is part of the business combination, the 30,000 is not included because it's actually expense. It's an acquisition-related cost. Okay, so tanggalin mo siya. The 50,000 is actually one of the items na hindi mo dapat isasama as part of the business transaction but is a separate transaction. Why? Because it favors sino nag-favor? It favors the acquirer more than the acquiree. Diba sabi natin, if it favors the acquirer more than the acquiree, then it is a separate transaction. Chan, 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 chan. Okay, so, di ba kadali lang naman mag-analyze? Madali siya mag-analyze if alam nyo yung tawag din yung theory behind that. Paano kung hindi? Ayun nga ang problema. Paano nga pag hindi? Okay? Next. Buklat. Wait. Nagbubuklat kasi ako ng problem. Excuse me. Okay, next. We have problem 6. This is a reacquired right. Okay? And settlement of pre-existing relationship. So, mamanaga yung reacquired right. Yung, for example, sa halip, dati mo siyang franchisee, ibig sabihin, ikaw si McDo. Okay? Ikaw si McDo, meron kang franchisee. Kasi ginawa mo, dahil parang yung business entity yon is nag-boom, naging, let's say for example, naging conglomerate na siya. Okay? Pero, mas malaki ka pa rin kaysa sa kanya. In-acquire mo siya. So, yung dating franchisor-franchisee relationship ninyo, dahil in-acquire mo siya, naging subsidiary mo siya, parang hindi naman talaga nag-void, parang mawawala na, na-reacquire mo na uli yung rights, yung licenses, okay, na granted mo as a franchisee doon kay franchisee mo. Okay, so, parang bumalik. So, reacquired right yon. So, how do you value that reacquired right? So, di ba? Sabi natin, hanapin mo muna kung magkano yung at market value. Okay, so yung at market value is the amount on which the asset or the reacquired right is valued by market participation. Okay, so ibig sabihin by fair market value, okay? Or sa current market niya, bentahan niya, yun yung amount na usually ina-acquire sa kanya. Okay? Or yung parang fair value. Parang fair market value. Okay? At market values. Okay? So, kapag nalaman mo na, based on the kwento-kwento of the tawag din at market value, based on the kwento-kwento of the problem, ang sunod mong hahanapin is the off-market value. Ano ma'am yung off-market value? The off-market value is the difference between the at market value, okay, yung value on which the market participation or the market participants pay for that reacquired right, okay, minus the fair value based on cash flow estimates. Okay, so pag ma-minusin mo yung dalawa, ang tawag sa sagot is off-market value. Okay, the off-market value sa point of view ng acquirer is either favorable or unfavorable. Importante siyang malaman. Okay? So we now go back to the problem. Okay? Inelaborate lang natin yung yung reacquired right at saka yung considerations niya. Okay, so going back, we have entity A acquires all the assets and liabilities of B for 2 million. Entities B's identifiable assets have fair values of 4 and 2 respectively. So, magkano ang kanyang fair value of net identifiable assets acquired mamaya. Okay, so sabi, entity B is a franchisee of entity A. So, yan yung sinasabi natin kwento kanina. Okay? Nung binili siya, nawala yung franchisee-franchisor relationship. So, there's a settlement of the existing relationship. So, meron daw franchise agreement na hindi pa tapos for 5 years, which either party can terminate without any penalty. So, maganda, walang penalty. Okay? So, sabi, the at market, okay, the fair value daw nung franchise agreement mismo is 300,000, of which 100,000 is the at market. Okay? Then, the off-market value is favorable to entity A but unfavorable to entity B. Okay? Entity A's related contract liability account has a carrying amount of 230, while entity B's related franchise account has a carrying amount of 150. Okay? Ma'am, bakit na lang nakasulat na off-market? Kasi pagmaminusin mo pa. Okay? So, that's the fair value at 300 minus the at-market value of 100. You'll get a 200,000 off-market value. Okay? So, yun yun. Okay? You need to deduct the off-market value from the consideration transferred. Okay? So, aalisin mo siya. Okay? So, we have 2 million minus the off-market value of 200,000. You get the total consideration lang dapat is 1.8. Okay? For the reacquired right. Okay? Ma'am, tapos na? No, hindi ba? Okay? You need to adjust the fair value of the net identifiable assets kasi sa 4 million, okay, nasa loob niyan yung reacquired right. Okay? At carrying amount pa. Okay? So, aalisin mo siya dyan sa loob. Okay? So, alin yung aalisin mo? Punta ka dun sa last additional information, entity B's related franchise account. Okay? So, dyan ka titingin kasi kanya yan. Sino bang binili? Si entity B. Ibig sabihin, yung franchise account niya, yan yung tatanggalin mo. Okay? At carrying amount na 150,000. Tanggalin mo siya. So, 4 million, okay, minus 150,000. Okay. Then, i-add mo ngayon itong si intangible asset on reacquired right. Okay, intangible asset na siya. Okay? Reacquired right at, ano ilalagay mo? Off market, at market, or fair value. You put the at market fair value niya. Okay? At market value niya. Okay? So, which is 100,000. So, again, 4 million plus at market value of the reacquired right of 100,000 minus 150,000 of franchise minus your 2,200,000 liabilities, you'll get the fair value of net identifiable assets acquired of 1,750,000. So, you'll get a goodwill. So, sum mo lang siya. 1,800 minus 1,750 is equal to goodwill of 50,000. Okay? Ganun lang. Medyo nakakalito siya kasi mahaba yung narratives when it regards to reacquired right. Kasi i-explain niya sa inyo ano nangyari, bakit may termination of the existing relationship. Okay? So, kwentuhan din tayo ng journal entries. First, you need to record the business combination. How do we record? You record the identifiable assets acquired. Okay, that's 4 million plus yung at market value na 100K ng intangible asset for the reacquired, right? Minus yung carrying amount yung 150K kasi hindi na siya kasama sa loob dapat. Okay, 3,950,000. Okay, you record the goodwill at 50,000. You record the liabilities assumed at 2 million, and then you record the cash adjusted 2 million minus the off-market, okay, the off-market value of 200K, you get 1.8. Okay, that's how you record the business combination with reacquired rights. Sa ulo, sana naman walang reacquired rights sa exam. Ha ha ha. Okay, so next, we record the effective settlement of the pre-existing relationship. So, mataterminate na yun yung kontrata nila. So, record natin. So, close mo na yung contract liability at 230,000. Okay? Mag-credit ka naman ngayon ng cash ng 200,000 and you have a settlement gain of 30,000 kasi nakatipid ka. binili binili mo yung isa mong franchise, nakatipid ka pa. Okay, so yon. Next, I hope that's clear sa'yo. Clear? Is it clear, guys? Okay. Next, problem 7. Last problem. This is the contingent consideration. May condition. Okay? Meron siyang condition. Sabi, in addition, entity A agrees to issue additional 2,000 shares if entity B's profit for 20x1 will exceed 36 condition. Okay? Kaya, kailangan mo mag-provide ng funds or ng nakalaan contingent consideration para sa nag-aabang na whether or not mangyayari or hindi. Okay? So, unang requirement, how much is the goodwill recognized at acquisition date? Okay? So, paano natin kukumputin? Shares ang binigay niya. So, we have 10,000 shares times the fair value of 200. Ito yon, 10,000 shares times the 200,000 plus, dagdag mo yung contingent consideration. Bigay naman 280,000. Okay? Kasama dapat siya sa consideration transferred. Again, that's 10,000 times fair value, 200 plus 280 contingent consideration, you'll get 2,280,000. Okay? Wala ka namang NCI kasi 100% mong binili. Previously held equity interest, no, kasi isang bagsakan naging subsidiary, nag-combine kayo, okay, naging majority na, naging 1, okay, so yeah. Okay, so 2,280,000, okay, less fair value of net identifiable assets acquired, that's 19 given na, you get total goodwill of 380,000. Okay, so at acquisition date, okay, fair values, so kailan ba siya nag-acquire? So 380,000. So nasagot na pala yung letter A. Ano ba hinahanap ko? Okay, so nasagot na yung goodwill na 380,000. Okay? Next, entity base 20x1 profit is 38. Entity A issues the additional shares on January 14, 20x2. Provide the journal entries. Okay, so ano nangyari? Pumasok ba siya, nag-exceed ba siya ng 3.6? Yes. Nag-exceed siya ng 3.6. Nung nag-exceed siya ng 3.6, okay, nakalagay dito, December 31, 20x1, walang entry. Nung January 4, 20x2, okay, ito yung issuance additional shares. Meron ka ng journal entry. So, tanggalin mo sa share premium yung contingent consideration. Okay, ang pangit naman ang aking pagkakalagay. Merchant, yan. Okay. Asin mo sa share premium, okay, or i-credit mo, i-debit mo sa share premium yung contingent consideration na 280,000. Okay. And then, okay, kasi kasama siya doon sa value ng shares na ipinasok mo. Then, you now recognize the additional shares of 2,000 kasi magbibigay daw 2,000 times 20. Okay, you get 40,000 and then the share premium squeeze na lang. Okay, so you have 280 minus 40,000 na share capital. You get 240 na share premium na matitira. Okay, so yun. For entity-based profit is 28. Okay, provide the journal entries. Nag-exceed ba? So, hindi siya nag-exceed. So, hindi siya mag-i-issue ng additional shares. Pag ganon, you just, you just close or i-debit mo sa share premium yung contingent consideration at 280. Okay? And you just, ipasok mo na lang siya, i-recognize mo na lang siya as total share premium mo. Hindi na siya for contingent consideration mo. Share premium mo na siya kasi wala ka nang ibibigay kasi hindi na hit yung contingency. Okay na, or yung event na hinihintay mo, whether mangyayari or hindi, for the transaction to happen. Okay, so, magiging, hindi na lang siya contingent consideration, pasok mo na lang siya as your pure share premium. Okay? So, yun lang guys. Ganun lang kasimple yan. This is just added topics. Okay? Kasi minsan lumalabas din to eh. So, at least we have discussed this. Okay? So, yun lang guys. Bye!